I mean, there's a possibility the new car's part of it, but still, I mean, it's not like Goodyear's just started building tires 2 or 3 years ago, and they don't have an idea of what to do. I mean, if they've been in this sport a long time, and if you haven't figured it out by now, you probably don't have the right group of guys figuring it out. And I wasn't saying that they don't have enough people. I don't know if they have enough quality people, because the guys they've got obviously aren't getting it done right now. I mean, this week's proof of it. And it's like Junior said. I mean, the reason we're talking about it and the reason that we're bringing it to everybody's attention is because we don't want to have to race on tires like we raced on today every week. I mean, this wasn't fun today. There wasn't anything about today's race that was fun, I don't think, for anybody. I mean, Kyle Busch might have had fun because he won the race, but I mean, I ran second, and I wouldn't rerun this race for any amount of money in the world. I mean, it was just that bad. And the reason we're saying something about it is because we're pleading with Goodyear, do something about this, make it better. Take some of the money you give NASCAR to have the exclusive rights for 5 years and put it into R&D program. Do something. Just do something to make it better for us, so we don't have to run on tires that make it to where you can't run side by side. I mean, what were there, 10 or 12 people on the lead lap at one point in the race? I can't believe that there's anybody in the grandstands or any of you in the media center or anybody that watched it on TV that thought that was a good race with 10 or 12 guys on the lead lap. And it wasn't like we ran 3 or 4 green flag lap runs. We had 1 green flag pit stop in that whole deal. That's just how bad the field was. If your car was a little off, it was way off. I mean, you didn't have a choice. It wasn't like you could make the difference as a driver. All you could do is hold on and try to find a spot that was a little better on the track, but you couldn't go there and race, guys. Like Junior said, I mean, if somebody got to you and got on the outside of it, you didn't have a choice whether you wanted to let them go. You had to. It was either that or you were putting yourself in jeopardy or wrecking your race car. And there were a lot of times when you're by yourself, you were putting yourself in jeopardy or wrecking race cars. So it's not that we're just trying to beat them up. We want them. I don't know how else you plead with them or get their attention enough to bring something that's better than what it is. I mean, this isn't the first time that they've been to Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Please don't. I guess the big thing is don't do this at Darlington. That's the main thing. I think the COT's part of it. They're putting a lot of load on the right front tire with a bump stop, so it puts a lot of load on the tires. So Goodyear thinks that the tire's going to wear out worse, and we're going to have more right front tire failures. Anytime they have a tire failure, they think of it as if their product's getting lambasted on national television, that it's bad news for them when the consumer sees it. But everybody knows that watches a race, there's a reason for a tire blowing. It's not because it's a bad tire. We've never had a tire blow because it's defective. I mean, they just, they wear out and you wear them down to the air. But if you just need to slow down if you're wearing tires out that bad. But don't do this at Darlington, because that'll definitely be, they might be able to top how horrible today was or how frustrating it was to run today if this was the case.
Well, Steph,